As always, Instagram is doing that thing that it does where it tells my followers that I've started a video. So as always, I say that, and we're gonna let Instagram do that thing that it does when it tells my followers I've started a video, and then we're gonna get started. So if you're a follower that's already seeing this, hey, we're about to get started. I can't see. I'm gonna pull that one down so we can see. Yes. Oh, but no, can't do that. And it's blocking the thing. Lord, well, that's not good. Yeah, perfect. Oh, but there.
Oh, it's that camera up there.
It's that.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that's fancy. That's
Is that better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I can bring it down. Yeah, that'll work.
You feel that, right? You feel that energy?
Right, good stuff.
We are one.
You feel that energy, Instagram, YouTube? Hey.
Let's live it right.
Y'all know how I do. Welcome. We starting something new. Good energy. And it's all about this good energy. So I'm super excited. If you're on our Instagram, then you know me. I'm Jeffrey Deshawn. I'm the founder and creative muse behind Restoration Station. And I am so excited to be sitting here with the lovely Daniela Brown. Did I get that right? Yes, Daniela Brown, who is an amazing creative artist, a multimedia and platform creative artist, who is blessing us this year with some creative energy, presence, spirits, all those good vibes to elevate the art is healing that we do here at Restoration Station, so we can actually share it with the world. And so I'm excited that we're having our first, we're talking artists here, right? Our artist talk tonight. So I'm gonna stop talking because I always am the one talking, and I was super excited to let Daniela talk and lead. And I'm gonna not, the coach and counselor in me is always asking the questions. So tonight I get to answer some questions and not do the talking. So, well, I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna learn how to follow also. Hey, so let's get it.
Yeah, very much so. What's going on Instagram? What's going on YouTube? What's going on? I'm Daniela June Brown. I'm so excited to be here at Restoration Station to really dig into Jeffrey's practice. Because if you've ever been to Restoration Station, the first thing you see when you came through the door was what's going on these models. What is going on? All of this work on the wall, all of this warmth, all of this wellness. There's so much going on in here. And so I'm super excited to be here with you to unpack everything.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Maybe the first thing we should jump into is when did you first realize that you were an artist, and what is the first works that you started making?
Oh my goodness, it's kind of funny. Well, I think I realized I was an artist when I was probably about 8. But when did I actually decide to let myself create something that could be shared with the world? I am I am how do I put this? I consider myself a spiritual COVID baby.
Okay.
In the sense that during COVID and that period of time being shut in, forced to not engage with everything that I ran out the house to do in my work, I found myself creating. Like literally, it started with beeswax crayons.
Okay.
I bought a pack of beeswax crayons at an art store. It was just like, oh, beeswax crayons.
Yeah.
And I just started, and then I bought a pack. I went to the art store, got a pack of high-end color pencils.
Thank you. It's the high-end color pencils. Get into that.
The high-end color
Yeah, yeah.
pencils. And then I literally just started visually transcribing my visions and dreams. So that's what I call this collection of stuff, pandemonium, dreams, views, and visions. Because literally, as I was going around in my own reflection of life's transition and change that was happening in my own personal life, and you have COVID, spots of color and things, just seeing them in a different way, and I just started putting it on paper.
Are those works with us here in the house tonight? I'm pretty sure I've seen at least one of them.
Yeah, so this is the first actual work. Wow. It's Friday, so
I knew it was framed.
It's Friday, so I think I love it. But this is actually the first my colored pencils. This is no surprise. The name of this is Spectrum.
Yes, get into it.
And literally, I've done a lot of LGBT inclusion, diversity work. And I think literally this was me just sort of for the first time seeing the spectrum. Like, sometimes we can do work and do things and we see the problem or we see the physical manifestation of a person, but and so it's just sight line out.
Mm-hmm.
Sight line out. Yeah.
Yes. Come on, let me show the rest of them to the So this series is called Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Pandemania.
Pandemania.
Little Pandemania.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because during the pandemic, I was having mania. Yeah.
And were you with Damien at that time?
So I had started to do some work with Damien. Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about that too, because for the context, Jeffrey is running a major organization here in DC, providing a lot of services to the community. And so how does that kind of tie into sort of your creative practice, how you understand?
Right before COVID, I had the opportunity to connect with a longtime colleague and community friend who's the executive director of Damien Ministries, Gail Oliver, and structure some work that seeded this space, which was we launched a program to train individuals that were connected with the House and Ball community in partnership with the Center for Black Equity and and DC Health to train individuals connected to the House and Ball community as community health workers. So that then the idea behind that is funding changes and shifts. And sometimes you go through funding cycles as many HIV/AIDS service organizations where you don't have money to pay people to do outreach. We have all these amazing community members who are part of our community that are aware of the work from all the different reasons and whys. Well, we decided to train them and then stipend their training so that then they can go out and do outreach and education in community. And so that started getting me working with Damien Ministries. And right before COVID, we had just started that work. And then COVID, it went from in-person to virtual.
Okay.
And you go from being able to go twice a week into this room with all these amazing, diverse, people trying to figure out how to bring more life into their community. Because if you don't know, House and Ball community, it's full of color and life and vibrancy and movement and rhythm and all the juicy things that makes life worth living.
Shalom.
And you go from 2 days a week into a room with all those amazing people to COVID to on a little box, little Zoom box. And I really think that was part of it. I really think the internal stuff that happened when I facilitate, because I'm a coach, I'm a counselor, I'm an advisor. So that's how I work with individuals and nonprofit organizations. And so my work, my creative outlet had been the facilitation, the training, the coaching, working with people. People are my favorite canvas. And so
see, write that down.
I-
People are my favorite canvas. Thank you.
I think like during COVID, I didn't have that. And so I literally think my mind, my body had found another outlet to release all of that would normally show up in a room with people as I was facilitating and coaching or training.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think these are all sort of latent observations. That's what I call, pandemonium, dreams, views, and visions.
What you mean a latent observation? Can you say more?
Well, I think like it wasn't like when I sit
Fuck me up
down
for a second.
to create, it's not like I decide to,
Mhm.
right?
Ooh. Ooh, I really feel that. 'Cause
You can
I
relate
say
that.
and then other people are like, well, what do you mean? You're an artist.
Like
Uh,
you just
Uh,
I always
happens to
want
me.
to. Yeah, no, I always want to. And you buy supplies and things so you're ready to, but the creation process, there is also a have to. And so I say latent because I think when I go to finally put on paper, it's not about the moment, right? It's not about the emotions I'm feeling in the moment. Although I may be feeling emotions, those emotions are tied to something, an experience I've already processed. Like this stuff is literally a release of emotional energy that has already been processed. Like I've come to recognize that. That's where I got art is healing, because literally being able to not think about what somebody thinks about what's coming out of me really has helped heal some fractures and fissures, that
is so profound. This might be a contentious question, but do you have a favorite word?
Ooh!
Favorite?
Well, they're all different.
And it could change at a later time, but like
They're all different.
Maybe it's more like this. Was there a moment when you made something you were like, oh, this is I'm here. I'm here.
So there's two.
Okay.
There's really three.
Period.
Keep holding that. We'll keep that one close.
Thank you.
So the first one is the one next to you, which is the original Basha
Oh,
print.
yeah.
So this is a very simple
Oh,
thing.
the camera's moving.
So this is doily fabric, right? So you think about your doilies in your grandma's house, right? Placed on canvas and then hand painted. Okay. And it was literally therapy. This was my live art therapy for me. Like
this is multiple layers of doilies?
Yes.
How many doilies is it?
3.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's so funny because I've been, as many times as I come in here, I've seen it so many times that it wasn't until you just said that I'm like, oh shit. There's layers of color on layers of color.
If you knew how many layers are under that, what now is gold.
Yeah.
It's that layer of gold because it didn't start that way.
Okay.
But so I did that, and it is what it is. But it wasn't until I got the idea to print it on fabric that really just please give it to the people. Just really, woo! Said, oh my God, I made art come to life.
Yeah.
The movement
and form. And
like art as apparel, art as apparel on Etsy. Check us out. We have an Etsy store where essentially any of the prints or art anybody creates the digital image is taken and can be put on clothing items. And so not just t-shirts, but dresses and yoga pants, and jackets and jeans.
I think I've seen shoes.
Shoes, yes, all of the things.
Yeah.
And so that was the first one that made me go, oh, no, I am a creative.
Okay.
I'm a creative artist.
I'm all the way here.
Like you say, are you an artist? It's like I'm not an artist yet. But I am a creative artist now.
Yeah. Oh no, I feel that. Me neither. I'm an artist lowercase a. Like, I don't know
like
who
that.
Gets to be a capital A
Lowercase
artist,
A.
but I'm not there yet. I feel that. What was it like? What is it? What does she mean?
So Basha literally is a physical person.
And who is Basha?
So Basha was my administrative assistant at the time.
Okay.
And when I started doing some other work, so I started with the doilies doing. So if you think of record albums, gold, platinum, I started painting doilies on frame looking like that. So a green one, a black one, and I was doing that. And the colors meant different things. Yeah. And Basha said, I want you to do one of those inspired by me. I want to see what that would look like. How do you see me in color? And that's what came out.
Wow. So it's representation.
So that's why it's called the Basha print.
It's a person. I love that because it's like people think representation was just supposed to be, you know what I mean, 2 eyes and a nose. But this is who Basha is. That's crazy.
She said, I want to see what, and I had her pick out. I think she picked out 4 initial colors.
Okay.
And then the rest.
How long did it take you?
Oh, I worked on this on and off for probably 3 months.
How did you know when it was done?
That's a good question. I knew when it was done when someone came and asked me if it was done. And previously they had asked if it was done.
Okay.
They just came by the house and was like over. It's like,
No,
oh, it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Then one day they were over. It's like, oh, is it? And I looked at it. It was like, oh, no, it's done. Like I just knew there's no more I'm adding to it.
Yeah.
I could add more.
Yeah.
I'm not adding more. It's there.
Yeah. And so what was the, how did you take it from that to then what prompted you to take it to the fabric? And have there been other prints like this with the Dorothy's?
So no, this was so the others that were done were pretty much solid colors.
Okay.
But this was the first one like this. Yeah. And I wanted to see it move. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see it move.
Without interrupting the perfection of this one.
Yeah.
I see.
I wanted to see it move.
To the picture of it.
Mm-hmm. And that's where it started. It started from a picture. And then I just started finding vendors who could put it on different, silhouettes.
Absolutely.
And now we're designing silhouettes to put them on.
Wow. And now I'm wearing it.
Yes.
You see how this goes? You too can make it happen.
Yes. Dressed by Jeffrey Deshawn.
Thank you.
And she dripping, honey. She dripping.
Yeah.
Dressed, they drip at.
Well, so what's the other 2? You said there were 3.
Yes. So there is that one. This one that you're actually holding.
Yeah. What's this one?
This is Mania. And it's my so I have an emotional artist coach who studied the psychology around art, and she would diagnose this as, "Woo, my baby was crazy. Ooh, look at them lines and them circles and all this. My baby was crazy." That's why art is healing, right? It's better not go crazy on this.
Thank you.
Than out in the world, right?
In the workplace.
So this was really a cry out moment. Like I look at it, it's like, oh yeah, what was going on that day? Like, what did I just move through? There's some mourning in that. There's some grief and loss in that. I love texture.
Was this the first? Was this the first time there was a multimedia?
So this is the first time I've the wax on a finished piece. Okay. I've done other things with wax. Yeah. But this is the first time
on a finished piece.
On a piece that's finished and canvas or paper. This is paper that you can see. I've done the closest thing I call is wax sculpting. Okay. So I would melt the wax around. People will be familiar with the candelabra. Okay. So, but it could be any kind of shaped thing. Okay. And shape the wax and
sculpting with the wax.
Sculpting with the wax.
This was on top of something. So this is like a mixed media. Because then I'm seeing other mixed medias here too, and so I'm wondering if this was the first one. And
this is the first. I love appreciating artwork. I've always loved mixed media. I've always loved texture. Okay. I've always loved layers. Yeah. I'm very rustic. I love a rustic aesthetic.
Come on.
Yeah. So that one, and then these two.
These two.
So this girl proceeded. So this is the beginning. This collection is called Rustic Botanical. And so I have plants at home. I have some plants in my yard, and we have some plants here. And I don't know. I just started collecting their fall off. I don't know. It was just I have some beautiful hostas in my front yard, and they just drop these beautiful petal when they fall off. They have these long stems that come out in the flowers, and then I have rose bushes. Okay. And I just started collecting the plant matter, and I had and it was just
dead plant matter, or some of it is live still.
Some of it was live. Most of it was dead. Okay. And then when it hit me. I had been cleaning. I got to a place where, oh no, I'm ready to. And I just started assembling in layers and layers and layers. And so this is Rustic Botanical 1.
Did it start on a frame, or did the frame come?
The frame came.
Okay.
So it started on this canvas.
Yeah.
And I started off just, painting the canvas, and then eventually started applying the plant material. And then this piece came later when I found this, trying to, okay, now that this part is, how do I want to feature it? Where do I want to frame it? And then I found this old chalkboard. Okay. Because this is actually, what's a chalkboard?
Oh yes, come on, right back there.
Yeah. So.
Did you take a paintbrush? All these fine lines. I don't know if y'all can see this detail, but this rose-colored gold accents. It's everywhere, but it's very like articulated on thing. Did you paint these individual traces and veins and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it just come to you all at once, or was it like a gradual build?
Gradual. Once I started building it, I see more. But yeah, Rustic Botanical. This is Rustic Botanical 1.
How did you preserve all of the matter?
So I let it naturally dry, right? So the stuff that I clipped when it was fresh, just set and dry.
That's a whole rose right there. Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. This was like, I don't know. I'm so obsessed with art from natural material right now.
Yeah.
Like it is my
and hence the magnum opus over here.
And then this girl, it's still in process a little bit here.
That's okay.
So
we do process here.
This too, was a chalkboard, interestingly enough.
I'm sensing theme.
And so this is Rustic Botanical 2.
Yes. With just that dollop of color, I can't tell if they can. Yes, they can. Oh no, but it's over here too.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because it's here and it's here, but then it's like, I don't want to say that it's dead, even though it's dead, but it's so alive and golden, but it's like monochrome.
And I did, it's running.
Yeah.
But it's running out of the circle.
Talk about the placements of these colors.
Well, so the interesting thing, it didn't start this way. It started this way, actually, if I turn it this way. And then when I considered it more finished, I turned it upside down. I was like, oh, no, this is the way it goes. Because I hadn't seen it. I did that part first at the bottom.
The colors.
Yes.
Okay.
So originally it was constructed this way.
And look how different it reads. It's like a bird's nest this way, but the other way it was a halo.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
And was this at the same time as these colors here?
No. So that was first.
Okay.
That was first. That didn't happen until I turned it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah. What's the affinity for gold? I'm seeing a lot of gold in all of the work.
So,
oh wait, no. Let me leave this up here for people to really get it. Yeah.
So, I think for me,
Rustic
Botanical represents what I would consider some, it's preserved elegance in a way. Like it's the gold for me. People either love gold or hate gold. Yeah. Gold can be wealth and opulence, but gold can also be gritty and dirty.
Come on.
Not want to be, ugh. So I think for me, it's the
full spectrum of that elegance. It's crazy.
Yes.
What?
Like,
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what's next? What are you making right now? You said this is in process. Are you actively working on this one?
So this still has some touches.
So what's it look like on a day-to-day? Like, do you see like a twig here and there and just know that this has to go to this one? Or do you come to it and then you like go grab the paint? What's it like? Of the artist? Because understand, Jeffrey is a full-time executive director. Jeffrey is busy. So like, how does it look to integrate your, you know what I mean? Like your nonprofit work with your creative practice?
Well, so that's why I said I think the other people like latent, the latent reflections. Because I do think that the life, the living, and the work is what fuels it. And so I arrived at a place where I have moved through an observation, moved through an experience. And as you can tell, I'm a talker. So I think now instead of like talking that out, it finds its way in a mixed medium, creative sort of, platform.
Wow. That's the goal, people. That's what happens when you go to therapy and do the work.
Yes.
You find productive outlets. That's what I'm talking about.
It can be because at first it was scary. It's like, well, who are you? Like, you're not like this guy isn't a creative artist. Like, he's a social worker, policy, political program guy. So, but when you just allow yourself to not think about it, what do I want to pour out of me into the world that's not harming anybody, right? But also adding some beauty, some positive curiosity. For me, I've always been drawn to art, been appreciated creative creation of artistic things. But it has gotten me to a place where I can appreciate expression more. Right? When I see somebody else expressing themselves, it's like, wow, yeah. Like, because it sparks my positive curiosity about them. Like, oh yeah, that's what they wanted to show. Like, so create. When you pour out that which is good and from you, I truly believe you don't have time to hate on other people. If you create the good that's flowing through you, that you don't have time to hate on nobody else or be bothered by anybody else's hate. Most importantly, if you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do in your future forward, 2025 forward, it's time to create. What have you been sitting on to create? Because that's where I was. Instead of getting locked in my mind about where I was in life, something flipped and just like let yourself create. And it every time it pushed me forward. Yeah.
That's fucking beautiful. Rustic Botanicals, people.
Rustic Botanical.
Yeah.
That's it.
How did you set that paint in there? You just slapped and it stayed right there. It didn't need no shellac or nothing.
So
fix it in there.
There is
because I still don't believe that all this plant matter is just sitting here naturally dry.
Well, it's adhesive. So there is adhesive. No. Okay, there is adhesive. No. Lots and lots of adhesive. Lots and lots of adhesive, which is why the oil paint clumped and fell the way that it did.
Okay.
I also like when it comes to clothes, I love natural draping. Okay. And so with paint, I also like I'm not afraid to I want to see where it's all about flow for me. And me allowing myself to allow creative things to come out of me is releasing the flow. I'm not an artist.
Right.
Why am I spending my time on that? Because it's bringing me peace right now. You know, and then thankful for you and others, like the appreciation and validation from others is an added, that just encourages, you know what? Yeah. Don't stop. Right. So it's like it's good for me. Yeah. And it's good for other people.
It's good for y'all too out there. Exactly. So where does the sketch pad figure into this?
So
I love playing. There's a lot more work up in here.
Everything sort of started there.
Oh, it started there. Oh, wait a minute, because these framed works are from the sketch pad.
Yes.
Okay.
So everything. See, rustic botanical. Can't be afraid. It's okay. It's okay.
Ephemera is a good thing people get into.
It's living, it's breathing. Yeah, so everything starts with the sketch pad. This is my color pencil.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so everything starts with the sketch pad. And a lot of times with my pastels, it's just it's where my hand hits the paper.
Yes.
I started doing these. When I started these, I'm traveling for work a little bit. And it became a morning, you had a hotel. And and find a spot outside and sit outside, let the sun hit. Yeah.
A new attitude.
Just let it.
Oh yes, I remember this one too.
This is one of my favorites. So we talk about Pandemanium, dreams, views, and visions.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether it's a dream, it's a view, or a vision.
Okay.
And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Hi,
but so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
But
welcome.
It all starts. It all starts with the sketchpad, and we have guests.
Right.
Come on in. Come on in.
My artist talk. Just sit right here. If I can figure out how to do this.
Oh yeah, that cheers. Lord, I'm the worst with this marijuana. Come on in.
So we was just in here on live talking to live. Oh, and then we have an audience. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, say hi to the people.
Say hello. Introduce yourself. The camera
It's
found
a
you.
moving camera, right?
The camera found you. The camera found you.
Thank you.
Y'all can't see him on Instagram, but he is here, right here, over there.
Yes.
Yes.
Come back to me though, camera.
Oh, there you go. It's working. Keep waving.
Oh no, she likes you.
Maybe I should move on.
No, it's okay. You just sit still. She'll forget. She'll forget eventually.
Yeah.
Which piece were we on?
Stop. Yeah. She'll come back around.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
This is new. It's I don't know if I don't think this one's done yet.
Oh right.
Girl, come on back.
Maybe I should.
Come over here. What's going on? I see. I didn't even hug you. What's going on?
There we go. Would you like some vino?
Yeah. We have wine thing.
I'll wait till y'all finish.
Help yourself.
Go ahead.
Because when we finish, we'll be running out the door.
Uh-huh.
It's been a long
When
time.
it's over, it's over.
So
You want
help-
red or white? I got you.
But this one is a recent one I've started. The interesting thing, this is sort of how I'm discovering and learning how my art is influenced.
Okay. Bye.
So what I observe and what I experience.
Okay.
So this one, all right. I sketched it. I outlined it first. These panels that to me started as doors because I was literally sitting looking at my back door, and you know how the interior of the door, like that door right there,
Yeah.
right? And then the color came, and then now we're starting to do
Shading
Yeah.
and this speckling thing
But-
happening in the middle.
But then
I
what?
feel like it's on a Disney Channel show already. I
Well-
feel like it's a tangled background.
Well, it's interesting. Like, so I went
It
to
has
a
this,
production
like,
at the
graphic
Folgers Theater. The
Okay.
Folgers Theater in DC has a current production, a modernized political themed, election political themed version of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, that's the Shakespeare Theater.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shakespeare Theater.
Yeah.
I said
No, Folger. That's
It's Folgers, yeah, from Shakespeare Theater. Yeah, same thing. And I started this piece, and I just did, and then I realized, oh my goodness, I was actually influenced by the set.
Oh wow.
That set has these visual panels that had media. It was media on it nonstop. But they were structured like this way.
Yeah.
And so it helped me. I was like, oh, I think I was influenced by the set. And then it's a modern day election themed political version of Romeo and Juliet. So there's the red versus the blue. I didn't realize that till after the fact. I'm like, and then you have the purple in the middle and the black and the whole.
The
Yeah.
subliminal messaging is
Yeah.
real.
A house divided can stand. The question is, do you want to stand in it?
Ooh. I don't.
Heard.
I'm gonna be on the next plane to Georgia.
Yeah.
Bus, plane to Cuba.
It can stand, but do you want to stand in it? Yeah. This is a new one.
Why does this one look different texturally? Is this the same material as the other ones?
So same paper material. This was a little different because it's color pencil and wax crayon,
And the other ones were
all color pencil.
all color pencil.
Or
Okay.
most of the other ones are actually my pastel palettes, my
Okay.
pastels.
Yeah.
So this is a
one's
mix
got-
of all
this one's
three.
like- I don't know how to explain it, but the texture is like very different than the other ones.
Yeah, this is pastels, color pencil, and wax
Okay.
crayon.
Why the
Yeah.
full court press? Why'd you pull all the stops out?
It was
just-
crying for more,
Okay.
crying for more.
What did you start with?
She was feeling that she needed some gloss.
That's what I got when you flipped that open. It was like, oh, this one's glossy. The other ones were like
Yeah,
matte, flat, took all the light.
yeah. She was feeling some gloss.
Mm.
Some gloss. And I love by being a new creative artist where I have no artist, formation. It's because that was because that's literally what it was. It's like, no, it's not. It's not promotion.
But sometimes that's what it takes to find something new. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what the art world needs, is a fresh new take.
So
And you're not about to sit here and say you're not an artist. You have this whole perspective thing down. You describe the hell out that.
have you ever wanted to walk into a cartoon house?
Exactly. Exactly.
So this is literally the back of a house in Austin, Texas that I stayed in. And the colors, it was like this house had a lot of colors. And so this is my lens of it from last night. I don't know. If I walked through that door, I'll be in a cartoon. I never walked into the basement of the house. The back basement door. I don't know if we had access to it too. It's like Airbnb. But it's
You was traveling for work.
yeah.
I love these too because it's like there's a story behind all of it because it's like you out here doing the work. You know what I mean? In the context of all of these works. So
But I was sitting in the backyard. This is basement door that you don't have access to. How many times you've seen a door you don't have access to in life?
thank you.
You have to make up.
Press.
You make up a vision and dream about
Yeah.
what might happen if I walk through the door. Well, because the house was so colorful and the inside of the house was Airbnb was completely wacky. Like the people were renting out like a themed kitty house kind of thing. So yeah, it was like, you know what? If I walk through that door, I'll end up in a cartoon.
Yes. And it's so striking. It's like, oh, wait a minute now. It's an architectural rendering. The other ones were so free.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's is it a dream? Is it a view? Is it a vision?
Yeah. Or is it all of the above?
Well, there's that part.
We probably have some time for some questions from the audience.
Ooh.
Now that we have an audience.
And I get to take a sip of these.
Come on,
I
audience.
wasn't talking about our time. I was talking about
Cheers.
Oh.
he was
Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony Wood. Oh, Tony.
Tony about
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Yes, she
Oh,
said, I'm looking
okay.
at you. It takes me a minute. It's like, I remember I know somebody. Yes.
Where's Tony?
He said he was on his way.
Oh, okay.
That's who invited me here.
I love that. Welcome.
Thank you for coming.
This is the first artist talk at Restoration Station,
Yeah.
featuring founder,
Yeah.
visionary.
I love that jacket.
Oh, well, this is the
Thank you.
artwork.
That's what we here putting
This is
on.
the original hand painted piece
Original piece.
that is
This
printed
one
on the
right
dress. The artwork dress.
here. This is the
You did that?
Yes.
by hand. And then recreated it here
Where are you?
and here. Exactly. Exactly.
It's on there too.
hmm It's funny because we have practice in here and I've seen it. You know what I mean? I've seen it a
Yeah.
million times. I work here, so I've seen it a million times. But it's something different about wearing it.
Yeah.
No shade. It was when I put it on and this was happening here. And I was like, oh, she's cute. And then I looked again. I said, oh, wait a minute. She's really fab. And then he was explaining how it's like all of these layers and you really get into it. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. It's not one doily. It's like 6 or 7 of them. And you got colors here. It's all this stuff going on. It's very rich. Very rich.
That's Miss Basha.
Mm-hmm.
She's very rich.
Very rich.
You are rich,
Nice.
Basha.
I was gonna check and see if we had any of the people's. I don't know how to use Instagram. Let me see if I tried.
Don't you say you're not used to
I don't. I don't. But people be talking about, hey so and so, hey niece, hey son, hey baby. I'm like, who are you talking to? How do you?
I tried to
who are you
wave
talking
back and
about?
accidentally sent an invitation to add somebody to the live. And I was like, oh,
See, that's why I don't play with these.
yeah,
Yeah,
technology.
right.
But, give me some pastels and some wax. And
Clearly.
we can play.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So where can people purchase your work?
So, art, ARTAS, as apparel on Etsy. You can find this jacket. You can find a couple different silhouettes of dresses.
Not this one.
Not this one. This is one of a kind. Find that one there. You can find this jacket. This jacket is representing print. It's on wall in there called the All Earth flag. It's one of my favorites. It's not. I love it.
Is it in the sketch pad?
It's
It's
in
in
there.
space.
It's in there. It's on the
Go
wall.
find it.
And it's you can pull it off. It's the Velcro thing. It's to the left.
Oh, yeah.
So art is apparel on Etsy. And then if you're in DC, restorationstationdc.com. And you can come on into our store place here. If you see anything you like, the beauty is we can order it to spec and to size. So this is my what I call the All Earth flag. So this was one of the. So this was my. Remember I said this was the first. Spectrum was the first color pencil piece. This was the second.
This was the second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I'm going big. Was
Yeah.
this is the full
No,
scale?
so the
smaller
this
one,
is
see.
stretched onto
Exactly.
stretched and printed onto canvas. So all of them
Made
start
to order.
page size, on my sketch pad, and then digitally they've been printed on the canvas. But then that one, would it come off?
Oh no, I tried.
It's just Velcro. Let me see if I can get it.
Thank you.
It's just
Amazing.
strips of Velcro.
Wait a minute. You said that came off your sketch pad. So when did you get a bigger sketch pad? These are the questions, people. Because the sketch pad you just showed us is huge.
Yeah.
So when did you go from small sketch to big sketch pad?
Yeah, I started small.
Thank you.
I started small, and then, that was the first one, big. But then, I don't remember the exact one. Honestly. These two were close together. So this is the All Earth flag, the original.
Okay.
All right. My original sketch pad was legal size paper, like sketch pad from the art store. Thank you, Blix. So this is the All Earth flag, whichever way you want to put it. And for those that have a problem with the rainbow,
Right.
honey, it's crossing through all ways, and it's the only reason anybody pays attention to you. Because the rainbow crosses through.
Thank you.
Catch it. Be blessed by it. Be healed.
Amen.
So let me see my kids.
Yes.
So and this is it's perfect. Winter's coming, so this is the winter puffer coat and the All Earth flag.
Exactly.
Winter puffer coat,
Exactly.
the original.
Exactly.
So this is the art as apparel. Because again, I wanted to see it move. What would that look like in motion?
Yeah. What would that look like riding the train?
Yes, just like out here.
Exactly.
So
Oh, I understand.
you see
I
it? You see
understand.
it? Yeah.
Yep, I understand. I just caught it.
Yeah.
I needed to see it there for me to catch it. Though.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I understand how it has to move.
It has to move. Yeah, and I designed the placement of each of the pieces you can see. So yeah. So it's not this one isn't a literal just print placement on the coat. It's the different pieces of it placed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get into the intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Come on, snap.
Yeah. But I love this is the our all Earth flag.
So how big is the sketch pad right now?
So
this is the one you're working in.
this is my Yeah, so we went from
And what's the next conference? Because I'm like,
we went
now I'm
from
gonna be.
here to, so from here to here.
This camera loves you, honey. You must be a model.
Right?
You must be a model.
The camera right? The camera loves you.
She's waiting for you to come back.
I know. That's so funny. Come on back over here, girl. Camera here for the audience.
Right.
Well, bless you for making it an audience.
Yes.
But
I love
yes. So yeah, we are.
Wow.
It's live and living.
Yeah. And talk about your vision for creating this space for other artists to come and do their thing. Because Restoration Station is here.
Yes.
Restoration Station is here.
It is here. And yes, I want to. Oh, this is another one from the Sketchpad. This is another one of my favorite ones. I haven't done anything with. I think this is 2025. It's gonna be dedicated. 2024 was the Bossa print. We did a lot with the Bossa print. 2025 is gonna be heavily.
Yeah.
Because we may see what it feels like and looks like to walk through the blood door.
Yeah.
But
Might just be that time.
yeah, no. So the idea was really, where does somebody like me, who is a creative, who hasn't reached artist status yet, create and put my stuff on the wall where others can see it, and align with my coaching and counseling work, So it's like, where can we create a space where we can do therapeutic healing work centered around arts, that's driven, by the person. And so that's how this space was envisioned. Literally, I was driving down the street and there was a for lease sign. I was like, what? Yeah. It's available. It's in my neighborhood. And so it was like, well, let me see. Yeah. And Damien Ministries came on board. Property owner came on board. And you've come on board. And people just keep, So we're Restoration Station DC. Check us out, restorationstationdc.com. Come visit us on Minnesota Avenue Northeast, right across from the Minnesota Avenue Metro. There's a government building right across the street. We want to invite folks in to share their art, share their creative energies and spirits, whatever it is, however you create. Not everybody creates on paper or canvas. Some people do on apparel. Others create through other mediums. And so I think for me, art has created a pathway to healing. And so I just want to share space with others that can experience that also.
Yes, absolutely. So come through.
Come
and
through.
Bring your art.
And bring your art.
ASAP.
Yes.
And a friend.
If you like, because I know y'all be on my page, y'all be on here. If you know, now you know, right? So share it with. Tell folks, come through, check us out. If you are creative, we will make space and room for you because that's why we are here. Yeah. Well, on that, we will go out the way we came in. On that, I don't know this thing.
Oh, you can do it from there. I was gonna gracefully get up, but I would.
You feel that, right?
Took me
You feel that energy?
Technology.
We are one.
Because it's all about that.
One love. One life. Let's live it right. All I need is good energy. I don't need no negativity around me. High frequency. I'm talking high G-O-D. Yeah. Good energy. I don't need no negativity around me. High frequency. I'm talking high G-O-D.
Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight for our first Art is Healing talk with the fabulous Daniela Brown, our artist in residence here at Restoration Station DC. So I'm so happy you could join. Those who just joined, we've been talking about art is healing, and how me as a new creative artist has arrived in this space. And so please do join us, restorationstationdc.com. Check us out. Come visit us. There's a lot of different activities throughout the week, every week, focused on healing. Wellness Wednesdays, lunch and learns on Tuesdays, and then just various things that pop up and happen. So come check us out. It's all about that good energy.
Period. We love y'all.
Good energy, high frequency, give me that 528 963, made up the sage, spreading like hickory, trying to heal scars, I got different type of injuries, holistic medicine, different type of remedies, human body feeling like a different type of entity, that's around the bonfire, aborigines, looking at the stars, fascinated by the symmetry, riding with the tribe, making better synergy, all this shit is real, what you